Good evening, everybody. A little bit of a mood lighting here, as it's already dark where I'm at. But tonight I wanted to talk about the subject of faith and being a people pleaser. I am a people pleaser, hands down. I always have been ever since I was little, and I don't know if it's just the whole desire of not getting in trouble, or like I just want people to like me. But I've always had a challenge, like, with being okay with people not liking me, uh, not overly trying, if you will. And I was just thinking recently, if there's a correlation between a people pleaser and when somebody comes to faith. And if the coming to faith part is partly due to the person wanting to people please the parent, the relative, the pastor, fill in the blank. Because I don't know, like I think I was like about 5 when I, quote, said the prayer. I distinctly remember kneeling, and I was at school. It was a Christian school. And yeah, I have a very small memory of that. But I just wonder, how many people came to faith, but part of the reason they did is because they're a people pleaser, and they, you don't want to disappoint a family member or, your pastor, when you're a little kid. And I know a lot of, little kids are very, very malleable in, what they pick up on and, just learning and stuff. So, and of course, little kids, you don't want to make your parent mad. You don't want to be seen as being, quote, naughty or not listening. So I don't know. I was just wondering if there's any correlation with that. There might not be, there might be, who knows? I don't know if any of you can relate to that. I know different denominations have different, teachings with that. And like, for instance, the denomination I grew up in, infants are dedicated. So not necessarily baptized per se, but, similar to baptism. And now that I'm an adult and I've thought on it, I don't agree with that, because a baby is not old enough to understand what is being said. They don't know. Now I can understand why, in the Jewish community, you have to be at age of accountability, meaning you have to be old enough to understand, what you are, confessing or saying, which is, I believe, the age of 12, which that makes sense. By the time you're 12, I would hope, know right and wrong by then and understand, basic Jewish or Christian principles. So that makes sense. But no, I just wonder if, with the people pleasing, if there is any correlation. Not that my coming to faith wasn't authentic or legit, but I also do wonder if there's any correlation that with me being a people pleaser, especially in regards to my parents, and I still honestly struggle with that, which, go figure, that's not good. Yeah, so I just wonder how many people out there came to faith out of fear of disappointing God, family, or a pastor or a youth pastor maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's any correlation, and I'm sure there's, potential when it comes to different, quote, faith, if you will, or sex, or Christian sex, I can never say that word, sorry. different denominations. There we go. So for instance, I could possibly see there being pressure if you were raised, Mormon or Jehovah's Witness. I could see there being a lot of pressure to conform, believe, you know, uh, make sure you follow, don't toe the line. I was not raised in either of those belief systems, though I did grow up in an area that was heavily Mormon, so that was interesting. So yeah, if you can relate or understand sort of what I'm getting at with this, please let me know. I just thought I'd bring this up because it's sort of been on my mind lately, and I don't know, I've been thinking about how like little kids are just so, you know, very susceptible to, you know, saying yes to things and beliefs when they're not quite old enough to really, make that big of a declaration. So, yeah, let me know if you can relate, if you get what I'm trying to express. Hope everyone's having a great evening, and I am going to work on vlogging more. I know I've been slacking lately, but I hope everyone has a great night. Bye.